Hey traders, this is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Here we are, the closing bell, last hour of the day. This is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Thank you very much for watching our video. I absolutely appreciate it. Make sure that if you're interested in getting alerts that when a new video is out, subscribe and hit that bell. All right, let's take a look at the market here. And I must say, for me personally, my feeling is this is a pretty crappy market right now. With that said, let's take a look at the weekly chart on the SPY. And I think we are very bullish overall. I think we quite bullish. In fact, I think that, price ends up moving up higher into the, this is the weekly here. Moving up past that 650 point. Maybe even into the 660 area, something like that. We still have, again, I think the market remains bullish, okay? Now, if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we're just having kind of a temper tantrum with the market. There's a lot of things going on out there that might make the market look, feel this way, look a little bit puny. And all day today, I've been, for the most part, sitting on my hands, not doing anything, looking at charts, actually closing out some positions to our Road to Wealth account. Speaking of the Road to Wealth account, we're about 65% up. We were up more yesterday, and that's 65% to the double that we're looking for. We were closer to 75% yesterday, but today we took some hits. And it's really great when you can talk about all the winners, but the truth of it is all traders, I'm going to repeat that, all traders have losses. So I just want to be upfront and fair with you. Today was a piss poor day, to tell you the truth. And I don't see any rhyme or reason to even be trading this market right now until we get a solid direction going on here. Now, tomorrow, let's take a look at this. Tomorrow, you can see that we've got international trades in goods, which I don't think that's a market mover. We have the jobless claims. That is a market mover. And I wish I had a crystal ball to say, hey, market's going to move this way or the market is going to move that way. And unfortunately, we just don't. And then remember, Friday, we have the employment status here, situation there. So I would keep an eye on those jobless claims, and we'll see what the market does after that, how it acts. For me, price needs to move over that black line, which is the 8 EMA. So we need to hop over that line to put us back into bullish momentum territory. If we keep this up, we could easily come back maybe to the 50 period moving average, or maybe just tap that trend line that I have drawn there before we start moving up, okay? The Qs aren't doing us any favors whatsoever. That's another one that needs to pop up and then break out, or move back, find the buyers in here before we start moving up. Again, I just feel something I share with our members in the trading room all the time is that when traders are trading in a mess like this, the majority of traders, not all, the majority will lose money. You'll win a trade, you'll lose a trade. What happened is you'll scalp a trade or two, and you think, you're hot potatoes, but you've closed out positions for 10, 15, 20% losses. And here you've scalped for a couple percent, thinking you're hot potatoes. But at the end of the week, you're going to find out that you've done nothing but lose money. My answer to this is sit on your hands for a little while. It will straighten out. It will not last more than a few days, and we can get direction. Even if the direction is down, we can make great money moving down and great money moving up. So we need more direction. With that said, I've got a few charts to look at. We first better look at T2123. It's actually holding up bullish. Our VXX chart. Let me put VXX here. Okay. You can see on the daily, we do have that gap and we have a pullback to the 8 EMA, the white line. And here on the 60-minute, we've rallied up. You can see that gap in there, rallied up, and we're holding right here. So both the VXX, my VIX chart, and then T2123, they're battling here. And before too long, maybe even tomorrow, one of them is going to say uncle, and then the market is going to take off in the direction it wants to take off in. And then we will have direction that we can trade. All right, now let's go look at some charts. Thank you for hanging with me for this first 5 minutes. Okay, I appreciate it. Oh, hey, something I want to do really quick here. Boom. We've got something new. Now, this is for folks that want to take a 14-day VIP Fast Start program. It's a trial, but this is more than a trial. You're going to get a phone call from me your first week, plus lots of little stuff here. The second week, you're going to get a phone call from me. We're going to set up some coaching. So this is 14 days. This is hardcore. This is really to help you out. If you're interested in such a thing, just check out, check out the chat below. Click that little more button, and you'll see a link there to take this 14-day VIP Fast Start program. And make sure, if you do it, make sure you enter a good phone number so I can call you, okay? And I will call you to get you going and get you set up. All right, now let's take a look at some trades. ETHA, this is one that I bought today, and it's holding up pretty well. My plan basically was if it closed back below the T-line, I was going to close it out, but it looks like it's going to close above the T-line. So it's looking good. We need to get above those blue lines there, 33.90, 34. We get above that, and then our next target, excuse me, I apologize. Our next target is going to be in that 34.85 area, and then right up here in that 30, high 35, 30, and then in that 36 range. And then I will probably look at taking profits, just what I do to trade. And then when it sets up again, maybe get in it again. Here's some other charts that are looking pretty good. Let's take a look at Dash. I'm keeping an eye on Dash. I like the way it's starting to move up over the 50-period moving average here. For an entry, I would think that we're going to have to get over pretty much over 250 and a quarter here. So if you know anything about me, you know that I'm not a bottom feeder. I don't need to get in, at the bottom of anything, because all traders do different things, okay? So traders that are messing around with this right here, they're probably going to close their trade out up here. I look to get in up here and then close my trade out up here. So we need these traders to push it up. You just have to decide where you are in the spectrum here. So I want these traders to go ahead, get on it, and then let it pull back. That's where I'm going to look to buy it, and that's where I'll look to take my profits. So I love to hear traders say, well, what if we bought it here and held it all the way up here? And just about 9.9 out of 10 traders will not do that. So just, be truthful with yourself. That's all. Just simply be truthful. So Dash is looking good. Take a look at Roku. We've got we're trying to break out here. I'm going to throw up we better go to a weekly chart, I guess. Look what happens when Roku breaks out. I think there is a huge amount of upside on Roku. So I'm thinking about buying Roku in my longer term account and holding it for longer term. I'm watching now to make sure we can get that breakout. Again, you don't have to buy it cheap to make money on the upside. STX might be setting up. Nice little breakout on STX. And if we take that weekly chart and look back on it, well, we're at all-time new highs, aren't we? So and we'll just do this real quick. Let's take these lows here. Whoops. Try this again. Take these lows. I'm going to move up to these tops right there. And then take this tail, bring down to this bottom. And there's some targets up there for STX. So we're looking at 176, 178, 70, 180, 90, up in that area. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Looks pretty sharp there. And then if we take a look at charts like Toll Brothers, and along Toll Brothers, we've got PHN, DHI, those home builders. Look at those charts. Those look absolutely fabulous. Take a look at the weekly chart, and we'll be looking for it to come back up and test the recent tops. And that's on all those charts right there, okay? So, again, I can't stress this enough, especially to any members of Hit and Run Candlesticks that are watching this video. They've heard it all today. Overall, I think the SPY is still bullish. RSP, I've been watching RSP a bit more lately because it's equalized. It's not overlooked. I mean, it has tech in it, the same tech SPY does, but it's not juiced up by all the tech stuff. I've been watching that, and this is a weekly chart. I think we're still bullish. I still think we go higher, but the daily chart is just not giving us any reason to be a buyer, long, or short, in my opinion. T2123 is keeping me from the short side, and the chart is keeping me from the long side. So again, I want to thank everybody, and a super thanks for being here, listening and watching to my video, okay? Now, if anyone is still here, I forgot to mention it. If you didn't know this, it's 7:30 a.m. Eastern every morning, Monday through Friday. You can pick us up live. It's free. You can pick us up live on YouTube, Facebook, or X. You just have to, I guess, be in there, and you'll see it pop up that we're live. You're more than welcome to come in live, ask questions. We'll look at your charts, talk about targets, and then we'll get our day going, okay? So thank you again. Appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you tomorrow.